also in a way too with black shoes, but we'll see. We'll see how they do this, and also how Tarzan goes against the jungle. It is going to be Rosa, though, here on this Hayabusa. Like we mentioned, it is going to be a little role swap. So we'll find out. Again, it's match point right now for the United States. So looking to lock in that first slot to the WEC later this year in Riyadh.
Ooh.
And Ecuador do something about it and kind of bring it to a game 3, hopefully, for them.
I don't know. I can't say I really like. I can't say I like it, but I can't say I hate it either, because it's match point for USA. So I understand the desperate maneuvers here with the role swap, but I think it might be too much of an ambitious role swap, because we have 3 players swapping the roles. It ain't just 2. See, walking up, get into Donald Wolfgang. Nikolai gonna be zoned away as Cahill walks up with the power of nature. Back to the point. Lucas from XP to gold. Yep. Einar from jungle to XP, and Rosa from gold to jungle. So a lot of crazy maneuvers here. Fine Horse already winning up in that lane. Einar still level 2, and half of the turret gold gets taken down. Rosa in the bottom lane does a bit of damage, but won't be able to really take Training Arc down in the bottom side.
Yeah, good thing T's there too. Laning Training Arc should be fine. Very deep here from Cahill. He also running the focusing mark emblem on this Grok, so that might be enough to give him that little bit of burst damage if they can get the setup potential they're looking for. Plus the Warcry emblem here from Rosa. That's why he continues to stay down here on this side and just put as much pressure as he can, but ultimately they're spending a lot of time down here. And you can see this, turtle's up, and it started right away from Tarzan. You know, so that's one of the disadvantages, I guess. You spend so much time in one lane, you're gonna get traded for something out here, and United States will do that time and time again. They get that objective in their hands early on, and you know, little things like that build up the gold lead. It might be, you know, just a few hundred gold for now, but if that keeps happening, then eventually you find yourself snowballing that gold lead. And so for Ecuador, with the lineup that they have here, like we said, they have to be able to kind of get the momentum going. This is not like a super late game scaling composition like we saw in game number 1. So we'll see what they do around with it. Cahill, though, he might get forced. All right, he's going to be all right, but that's the thing. Look at the response here. Ooh. Nikolai.
Great I'm offended flicker combo from T. You can see the XP lane mechanic shining this time as a roamer on the Ruby there. As Kimchi Man picks up the kill, Tarzan walks up, does a bit of damage, but also, yeah, I mean, back to the point that I made in the draft when the Dyrant was picked up. Dyrant has actually been nerfed, right? The shred isn't as big as it was before, but it's not too big of a nerf. It still does pretty good damage, physical damage shred. So for the Melissa, and even for T technically, and Fine Horse, they're going to be able to get a whole lot of value from still the second skill. And now laning Training Arc just in the bottom lane, munching on that turret goal as T zones Lucas away. And this is what I was concerned about when you pick up the carry. It just becomes an auto win lane for the Melissa.
Yeah, it's interesting that they picked it up because, yeah, the Claude was open too, right? And at least in a way, if you had the Claude, you could just clear waves with Blazing Duet. Oh, no.
Gonna go for a Rosa in the midst of it all. Caught in the door. Wolfgang Kimchi Man taking him down. And USA find another kill on the Assassin, who's just roaming around in the map in the purple buff. The most expensive resource as an Assassin gets taken away from him. White Horse also just cutting the waves and also winning out of the trade up against Einar as the turtle spawns in the game. So right from the purple buff into the turtle.
Yeah, United States taking everything here at this point. And that's what I was saying earlier. You know, these little decisions that they're making, these little plays around the map are just going to build up, getting themselves a few thousand gold lead now after this. Very strong start for United States, especially with the lineup they had. And I think it goes back to that once again, you know. Ecuador, they did a multi-role swap, and it's not working for them right now, you know. They really have not been able to do much. Luca's really just trying to farm up the best he can, at least for now, because, you know, in the other lanes, they are falling behind. I mean, even Tarzan being this level 8, being a level above Rosa, but a lot of the times they're so confident in the fact that they can win or put enough damage out on Rosa to force a shadow kill. Because once you have the shadow kill, you know, you don't have that much escape left. You got your quad shadows, and that's about it. So they continue to put the pressure, especially around the purple buff. And they'll continue to do that. Look at this, though.
Again, Nikolai going to be dove on there despite a good Eternal Guard. White Horse still able to escape, and now Cahill is going to be taken out. Abyssal Strike from Tarzan. T traded over. Kimchi Man still able to kite away. Doesn't have the black shoes, but does have the Purify and gets out of that passive. Meanwhile, Flight Horse walks up forward. Trying to go for Einar, who is in that bush. Trying to go for the passive stacks again on the Flight Horse, but again with the muddles placed down. Einar very low. Flight Horse still going for the chase. And it will not be a kill in the end. Tarzan got picked off as well, by the way, on the other side there, as USA still technically win out on the trade. It gets so much more prio on the map.
Yeah, they really went for that. You know, I mean, they chose that fight in between the tier 1 and tier 2 in the mid lane. And then, like you saw earlier, Einar just went down in a 1v1. Earlier, he came down with the dragon form so far away. Rosa, though, will go ahead and get revenge on Flight Horse. So,
okay,
at least there's a response, you know, at that point. Oh, there's a whole lot happening up top.
Yeah, and a wild charge down below. The muddle's still there. Training Art doing a whole lot of damage onto Cahill, but he does still have the power of nature. Will be able to get away from that one. Trades across the map, like you said. Kimchi Man able to get Nikolai down. Rosa, 6 minutes in, 2-1. Not like they're, you know, in a dominant position, but still decides to go for the Sky Piercer. So I would say it's a bit greedy, but hey, Rosa has 2 kills. So, you know, if there is a hero, if there is a person right now that can carry the game, probably is Rosa, and he definitely needs those stacks to carry.
He's going to have to be able to do it. Einar, he has the information. Pops the dragon form.
And again, oh, Rosa able to go for the steal. Tarzan out retribution, but now jumps back over to Cahill and Ecuador. I'm glad that finally they are able to make some adaptations from game number 1, being super passive, to now actually contesting for the neutral objectives and winning out in the steal. I mean, in the retribution department.
Yeah, all right. You know, still pressure is going to be on the buff here. I think he does manage to get it, though. So Ecuador finds some wins. Again, you know, after a rough start, I would say, in the early game, they're slowly finding some space to move around with. They're slowly getting some kills, of course. Rosa will be able to get his buffs because of just the stuff they've been able to do the previous minute. I don't think he's going to out-damage Flight Horse there, but they are going to hold down to the mid-turret the best they can. And so we really have to kind of just break it down in the fact of what are they able to do with these little wins that they're finding, you know, and it really is building some of that defensiveness that they need here on Cahill, on Einar to be able to do this.
Again, Rosa going in, just trying to do some damage, but without the, you know, proper stacks placed down, it's going to be really tough. By the way, for Tarzan, I thought with the QC, he would go for more of an offensive build. Conceal. Oh, I'm offended. Flicker not connected. A wild charge also not connecting in the back. Whiffing there. Abyssal Strike still dealing a lot of damage. Muddles placed down and still now penalty zone. Locking him down. Tarzan walks forward. Able to get Nikolai too in the passive, or the first kill rather, from Flight Horse gets him. Kimchi Man getting the kill down as the Black Dragon tries to go for the chase. Kimchi Man trying to sidestep back and forth from the skill shots, but will not be able to escape in the end. Einar and Rosa get the trade, and it's a 3-for-3. White Horse still there. Oh, Training Arc forcing out the Shadow Kill to be used up into the Lethal Wanderer. Rosa able to escape with the... the go away actually pinned Einar down there. Laning Training Arc gets the last shot with the muddles.
He's not killless this game, you know? He had to work for that one, but he does get the kill, laning Training Arc. You can see how much damage this Melissa is already starting to do at this point. And so that's definitely going to be a point of concern here for Ecuador as they get ready for this. Lord's up, though. But like we saw from Rosa in the previous one, if he could just steal this, I know he's still working on the purple buff. He might be a little bit too late. It might just go in the hands here of United States with that. There it is. Yeah. Lord secured. And it looks like, you know, they put enough pressure on Rosa as he's half health, just fighting for the purple buff. So at this point, United States, they get a big objective after quite in a way, a messy team fight down in the mid lane earlier on, but still, ultimately, United States knows what they do. They get the objective, they get this lead to work around with, and now their sights are on these tier 2 turrets to work on. Look at that damage. That's Einar right there, just taking a couple shots from laning Training Arc. And this is why that Melissa, once it gets to this point, the damage is pretty insane.
And the Abyssal Strike into the blooms. That's not usually the combo we see for the Dairoth, but hey, still works there. Burst into burst. You don't need the physical defense shred when the guy just melts down from the glooms put down by Kimchi Man, and they're already going to go for the bottom side here. The base turret that they're going to go for. The holy defense already popped in, and they still have a massive wave coming into mid lane, the bottom, and the top lane. Rosa walking forward with the quad shadow. He's trying to deal as much damage as possible. Now 2 holy defenses have been procced and make that 3 with the top lane base turret also getting baited out, that holy defense. So USA, now they're just gonna reset again, wait for these waves to come back again. But at this point, I would say just freeze up the waves, wait for the Lord, and start to suffocate Ecuador in their own base. Because at this point, they can't even, walk up to their own jungle without getting pressured. And that's exactly what they're doing. White Horse zoning them away. It's kind of terrified there. A little bit of damage. Oh, penalty zone from White Horse on the back. Cahill doing the same thing with the wild charge, but AR is still going to be taken down. Cahill's next to the chopping block with the Abyssal Strike not connecting. It doesn't even matter. Laning Trading Arc just demolishes, melts them down like it's nothing. T with a conceal just to recon their faces. He buys it with a nature now. As a mini wave is still there. The cannon minion gets retreat out. There's another big wave coming down though. Rosa, no shadow kill to play with. 11 minutes in, and they're gonna go straight for Nicolay under the base itself. Rosa can't do anything but just submit to USA. 11 minutes, and it's a 2-0 clean sweep to United States.